Alicia Daniels stared at her computer screen and felt her heart stop. The woman looking back at her had her face. Her exact face. Same dark brown eyes. Same dimples. Same smile. Even the same black rimmed glasses. And the name underneath the photo said, Alicia Daniels. This has to be a joke, Alicia whispered to herself in her small Mississippi apartment. Her hands started shaking as she moved her mouse across the screen. She was supposed to be looking for distant cousins on this genealogy website, maybe finding a third cousin twice removed or something boring like that. But this was impossible. She clicked on the profile with trembling fingers. Age, 23. Location, Detroit, Michigan. Interests, gospel music, soul food, reading. Alicia from Mississippi was also 23. She also loved gospel music and soul food. She loved reading so much she worked at a publishing house in her little town, sorting books and dreaming about the stories inside them. Okay, this is getting weird, she said out loud, even though nobody was home to hear her. She scrolled down and saw more details. This other Alicia, this Detroit Alicia, worked as a paralegal and wanted to go to law school. She spent her weekends at jazz clubs in the city. Her life sounded fast and exciting, nothing like the quiet gospel choir rehearsals and Sunday dinners that filled Mississippi Alicia's weekends. But then she saw it. Under favorite gospel singer, Detroit Alicia had written, Mahalia Jackson. Mississippi Alicia's favorite too. Her stomach did a flip. This was beyond strange. This was impossible. She grabbed her phone and called her best friend, Tammy. Girl, you will not believe what I just found, she said when Tammy answered. What? Did you find out you're related to Beyonce or something? Tammy laughed. Better. Worse. I don't know. There's a woman on this genealogy site with my exact name and my exact face. Tammy went quiet. What do you mean exact face? I mean, if I saw her walking down the street, I would think I was looking in a mirror. And Tammy, she's 23 too. Same age, same name, everything. Send me a screenshot right now. Alicia took a screenshot and sent it. 5 seconds later, her phone rang again. Alicia, that's you. How is that not you? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You have to message her. Like, right now? This is crazy. Alicia's finger hovered over the send message button on the website. What would she even say? Hi, you stole my face? Are you my long-lost twin? Finally, she typed, Hi, I know this sounds crazy, but I think we might need to talk. We look exactly alike. She hit send before she could change her mind. Then she waited. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Alicia got up to make tea, but she couldn't stop checking her phone. What if the other Alicia thought she was weird? What if she didn't respond at all? 20 minutes later, her phone buzzed. New message from Alicia Daniels. Her hands shook again as she opened it. I've been staring at your profile for an hour. I thought the website was glitching and showing me my own picture. This is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. Alicia from Mississippi laughed out loud. She wrote back, Same. I had to ask my best friend if I was going crazy. Are we related? Do you know anything about your family? My mom's name is Lorraine. Detroit Alicia wrote back. She's from Detroit, born and raised. What about yours? Mississippi Alicia felt goosebumps spread across her arms. My mom's name is Lorraine, too. For a long moment, neither of them typed anything. Alicia could almost feel the other woman's shock through the screen, because it matched her own. Finally, Detroit Alicia responded. Okay, this is officially too weird. We need to video call. Tonight. Are you free? Yes, Mississippi Alicia typed immediately. What time? 8 p.m.? I'll be ready. The rest of the afternoon dragged like a snail, racing through honey. Alicia tried to read a book. She tried to watch TV. She even tried to organize her closet. Nothing worked. Her brain kept spinning with questions. How could someone look exactly like her? How could they have the same name? And both their mothers were named Lorraine? What were the chances? She called her Mama. Mama, this is going to sound like a strange question, but did you ever have twins? Like, did you have another baby you didn't tell me about? Her mother, Lorraine, Laughed so hard she started coughing. Baby, what are you talking about? You were the only one. I would remember if I had twins. Are you sure? Like completely sure? Alicia Marie Daniels. I think I would know if I pushed out 2 babies instead of 1. What's gotten into you? Alicia sighed. I found someone online who looks exactly like me, Mama. Same name, same age, everything. Her mama's name is Lorraine, too. The laughter stopped. What do you mean exactly like you? I mean, if you saw her picture, you'd think it was me. Her mother was quiet for a moment. Well, that is strange. But baby, sometimes people just look alike. The world's a big place. Stranger things have happened. But Alicia wasn't convinced. This felt like more than just coincidence. At exactly 8 p.m., she sat down at her computer, her heart pounding like a drum in her chest. She opened a video call link Detroit Alicia had sent. The screen flickered. And then there she was. It was like looking into a mirror that showed a different room. Detroit Alicia sat in a modern apartment with white walls and city lights twinkling through the window behind her. Mississippi Alicia saw her own crochet blankets and family photos on the wall behind herself. But their faces? Identical. Oh my God. They both said at exactly the same time. Then they both laughed, the same laugh with the same rhythm. Detroit Alicia leaned closer to her camera. This is insane. You even move your eyebrows the same way I do. You have the same dimples. Mississippi Alicia touched her own cheek. And is that a scar on your chin? Yeah. I fell off my bike when I was 7. You too. I fell off the porch steps when I was 6. Different story, same scar spot. They spent the next 2 hours talking, comparing everything. They both loved sweet potato pie with extra cinnamon. They both bit their bottom lip when they were thinking hard. They both could sing alto and gospel songs. They even wore the same brand of glasses without planning it. My friends are going to lose their minds when I tell them about this, Detroit Alicia said. Mine too. Tammy already thinks I'm pranking her. As the call was ending, Detroit Alicia got serious. So, what do we do now? I mean, we can't just pretend this didn't happen. Mississippi Alicia had been thinking the same thing. Maybe we should take a DNA test? Find out if we're actually related? I was thinking the exact same thing. There's a test through this genealogy site. We could order it tonight. Let's do it, Mississippi Alicia said, her heart racing again. Let's find out the truth. After they hung up, Alicia sat in the quiet of her apartment, her mind spinning like a tornado. Somewhere out there was a woman who could be her twin, her sister, her cousin, or maybe nothing at all. But one thing was certain. Her life would never be the same again. She ordered the DNA test before going to bed. In Detroit, the other Alicia did the same thing. The mystery was just beginning. The DNA test kits arrived on the same day, one in Mississippi, one in Detroit. Alicia from Mississippi held the small box in her hands like it was filled with gold. Inside was a tiny tube for her spit and instructions that seemed way too simple for something so important. She called Detroit Alicia right away. Mine just came. Did yours come too? Yes, I'm holding it right now. This little tube is going to tell us if we're sisters or not. That's wild. Should we do it at the same time? Like on video call? Absolutely. Tonight at 7? That evening, both Alicias sat in front of their computers with their test kits. Mississippi Alicia waved her tube at the camera. Detroit Alicia did the same thing, and they both giggled nervously. Okay, on the count of 3, we spit, Detroit Alicia said. 1, 2, 3. They filled their tubes with spit, which was way harder than it sounded, and sealed them up. Then they both held their packages up to the camera. To the truth, Mississippi Alicia said. To the truth, Detroit Alicia repeated. They mailed the test the next morning. The website said results would take 4 to 6 weeks. 6 weeks? Mississippi Alicia groaned to Tammy. I have to wait 6 whole weeks to find out if I have a secret twin? Girl, at least you have someone to wait with, Tammy said. You and Detroit Alicia are basically already sisters with how much you talk. It was true. Every single day, the two Alicias messaged each other. They sent pictures of their meals, both craving fried chicken on the same random Tuesday. They shared their favorite Bible verses. Mississippi Alicia sent videos of her church choir, and Detroit Alicia sent clips of the jazz singers she saw on Saturday nights. It's like having a best friend who completely gets you, Mississippi Alicia told her mama. But then something unexpected happened. Tammy posted about the two Alicias on social media. Just a simple post. My best friend found her identical twin online. Same name, same face, same age, but they've never met. Waiting on DNA results. By the next morning, the post had been shared 5,000 times. Mississippi Alicia's phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Friend requests. Messages from strangers. News reporters asking for interviews. Detroit Alicia called, sounding breathless. Are you seeing this? We're going viral. My phone hasn't stopped ringing. There's a news lady from Jackson who wants to interview me tomorrow. CNN messaged me. Actual CNN. Within a week, their story was everywhere. Local news stations in both Mississippi and Detroit ran segments. The genealogy website featured them on their homepage. People on social media couldn't get enough. The comments sections exploded with theories. They had to be twins separated at birth. Hospital mix-up for sure. This happens more than people think. Maybe their moms are secret sisters? This is like a movie. I need to know what happens. What if they're clones? Is that possible? Some comments were sweet. Others were strange. A few were mean, saying they didn't look that much alike, or that it was all fake for attention. Don't read the comments. Detroit Alicia warned during one of their nightly video calls. Some people are just jealous they don't have a mystery twin. Mississippi Alicia laughed, but secretly, the attention made her nervous. She was a quiet person who liked her small-town life. All these cameras and questions felt overwhelming. What if the DNA test says we're not related? She asked softly. Everyone's expecting us to be twins. What if we disappoint them? Detroit Alicia got serious. Then we disappoint them. This is about us, not them. Whatever that test says, we're still going to be friends, right? Right. Mississippi Alicia agreed, feeling better. But as the weeks crawled by, the pressure grew heavier. Mississippi Alicia's mama, Lorraine, kept insisting she never had twins. I would know, baby. You were the only one. But sometimes late at night, Mississippi Alicia caught her mama looking at old photo albums with a confused expression, like she was double-checking her own memories. Detroit Alicia's mama had a different reaction. She got defensive. Why are you digging into all this? She asked Detroit Alicia one Sunday. Can't you just be happy with the family you have? Mama, I'm not trying to replace you. I just want to understand. Don't you think it's weird? Lots of things are weird, baby. Doesn't mean we need to go poking around in them. The conversation left Detroit Alicia feeling unsettled. Why was her mama acting so strange about this? 3 weeks into waiting, the two Alicias were featured on a popular morning talk show via video chat. The host, a cheerful woman named Monica, asked them all the questions everyone wanted answered. So, when you first saw each other, what went through your minds? I thought the website was broken, Detroit Alicia said, making the audience laugh. I thought I was looking at my own picture, Mississippi Alicia added. It was like seeing a ghost of myself. And what do you think the DNA test will reveal? Both Alicias looked at each other through their screens. Honestly, I think we're sisters, Detroit Alicia said. Maybe even twins. There are too many similarities for it to be random. I hope we're related, Mississippi Alicia said quietly. But even if we're not, I already feel like she's my sister in my heart. The audience went, aw, and Mississippi Alicia blushed. After the show, their inboxes flooded with even more messages. Adoption agencies reached out, sharing stories of separated siblings who found each other. Genetic researchers wanted to study them. A movie producer asked if they'd sell the rights to their story. This is getting out of control, Mississippi Alicia told Detroit Alicia that night. I know, everyone wants a piece of us, but we don't owe anybody anything except the truth, whatever that is. Finally, after 5 weeks and 3 days of waiting, Mississippi Alicia got an email notification. Your DNA results are ready. Her hands shook so badly she almost dropped her phone. She immediately called Detroit Alicia. "Did you get it? The email?" "Yes, I just got it. Oh my God, this is it. This is really it. Should we open them together?" "Yes, right now. Video call. I can't wait another second." They logged on, both of them pale and nervous. Mississippi Alicia could see Detroit Alicia biting her bottom lip, the same way she bit her own lip when she was scared. "Okay," Detroit Alicia said, her voice shaking. We click at the same time. On 3. 1, 2. Wait. Mississippi Alicia interrupted. "Before we do this, I just want to say, no matter what this says, you're important to me. You've changed my life." Detroit Alicia's eyes got watery. "You've changed mine too. You're my sister, DNA or not." They both smiled, tears running down their identical faces. "Okay, for real this time. 1, 2, 3. They clicked. The screens loaded. Mississippi Alicia's heart pounded so loud she could hear it in her ears. She watched the little spinning circle on her screen, waiting, waiting, waiting. And then the results appeared. Shared DNA, 0%. Relationship, no genetic relationship detected. Mississippi Alicia stared at the words, reading them over and over, unable to believe what she was seeing. Not sisters, not half-sisters, not cousins, not related at all. She looked up at Detroit Alicia through the video screen. Detroit Alicia's face showed the same shock, the same confusion, the same crushing disappointment. "How?" Detroit Alicia whispered. "How is that possible?" They sat in silence, both trying to process the impossible truth. They looked identical. They had the same name, the same age, mothers with the same name, the same interests, same mannerisms, same everything. But they shared not one single drop of blood. "This doesn't make sense," Mississippi Alicia said, her voice breaking. "Nothing about this makes sense." Detroit Alicia wiped her eyes. "I really thought, I was so sure we were twins." "Me too." The weight of the truth settled over them like a heavy blanket. All those weeks of hope, all those dreams of being biological sisters, all those theories about hospital mix-ups and separated twins, none of it was real. They were strangers who just happened to look exactly alike. "What do we do now?" Mississippi Alicia asked. Detroit Alicia looked directly into the camera, her eyes fierce despite the tears. "We decide what this means. The universe gave us each other for a reason, DNA or not." Mississippi Alicia nodded slowly. Maybe blood didn't matter. Maybe there was something bigger happening here, something science couldn't explain. But first, they had to figure out how to tell the world that the miracle everyone was waiting for wasn't what anyone expected. The next morning, Mississippi Alicia woke up to 847 notifications on her phone. Everyone wanted to know the results. News reporters, random people on social media. Even her own church members were texting her mama asking if the girls were twins. Detroit Alicia called early, before Mississippi Alicia even got out of bed. "I didn't sleep at all last night," Detroit Alicia said. "I keep thinking about those numbers. 0%. How do we look exactly alike with 0% shared DNA?" "I don't know," Mississippi Alicia said, pulling her blanket up to her chin. "I looked it up online. The internet says it's super rare, but possible. Something about genetics being random, and sometimes people just win the lottery of looking alike. We didn't win a lottery. We won the whole casino." They both laughed weakly. "People are going to be so disappointed," Mississippi Alicia said quietly. "Everyone wanted us to be twins." "I wanted us to be twins," Detroit Alicia admitted. "But you know what? I've been thinking about it all night, and maybe this is even more special." "How?" "Because we chose each other. We didn't have to be sisters. Biology didn't force us. But we're going to be sisters anyway, right?" Mississippi Alicia felt warmth spread through her chest. "Right. Soul sisters." "Exactly. Soul sisters." They decided to announce the results together on social media. Detroit Alicia, who was better with words, wrote the post. "To everyone who's been following our journey, the DNA results are in. We are not biologically related. 0% shared DNA. We know many of you hoped we were twins separated at birth. Honestly, we hope that too. But here's what we learned. Family isn't just about blood. It's about connection, love, and the people who make your life better. We may not be blood sisters, but we're soul sisters. And that's just as real. Thank you for coming on this journey with us. Red Heart. P.S. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to follow what happens next in our journey. They posted it at the same time, both holding their breath. The response was immediate and massive. Some people were disappointed. I really thought they'd be twins. This is so sad. But most people were inspired. This is even better than being twins. You chose each other. I'm crying at my desk at work. This is beautiful. Family is who you choose. This proves it. Like and shared. Everyone needs to see the story. Within hours, the post had 50,000 likes. News outlets picked it up again. DNA says they're not sisters, but their bond says otherwise, read one headline. We're trending again, Detroit, Alicia said during their evening video call. Number 3 on Twitter. That's wild. All because we decided love matters more than DNA. Speaking of which, Detroit Alicia said, getting shy, I was thinking, we've been talking for 2 months now, and we've never actually met in person. What if we finally did? Mississippi Alicia's heart jumped. Really? You want to meet for real? Of course I do. I want to hug my soul sister. Don't you? Yes. But where? Mississippi or Detroit? Neither. Let's meet in the middle. How about Atlanta? It's a few hours from you and a flight from me, but it's neutral territory. We can make a whole weekend of it. Mississippi Alicia couldn't stop smiling. Let's do it. Let's really do it. They planned the trip for 3 weeks later. Mississippi Alicia asked for time off work. Detroit Alicia bought plane tickets. Both of them could barely contain their excitement. But as the day got closer, Mississippi Alicia got nervous. What if it's weird in person? She asked Tammy while packing her bag. What if we don't have anything to talk about when we're face to face? Tammy rolled her eyes. Girl, you talk to her every single day. You'll be fine. Now pack that cute blue dress because you know she's probably packing the same one. Tammy was right. When they texted each other pictures of their packed bags, they both had packed blue dresses. The day of the meeting finally came. Mississippi Alicia took the bus to Atlanta, watching the trees and fields turn into buildings and highways. Her stomach was full of butterflies, the good kind and the nervous kind all mixed together. Detroit Alicia texted from the airport, just landed. Meeting you at the hotel in an hour. I'm so nervous I might throw up. Same. Mississippi Alicia texted back, but the good kind of nervous. They had agreed to meet in the lobby of a hotel in downtown Atlanta at 2 p.m. Mississippi Alicia got there first. She sat in a fancy chair, her leg bouncing up and down, checking her phone every 30 seconds. She'd seen Detroit Alicia's face 1,000,000 times on video calls. But this was different. This was real. At 2:03 p.m., the hotel doors opened. And there she was. Detroit Alicia walked in wearing jeans and a yellow shirt, pulling a small suitcase behind her. Her hair was in the same natural curls as Mississippi Alicia's. She had the same walk, the same way of looking around. Their eyes met across the lobby. For a moment, they just stared at each other, both frozen. Then they both started walking. Slowly at first, then faster and faster until they were running. They crashed into each other in the middle of the lobby in a hug. So tight it felt like they were trying to become one person. You're real, Mississippi Alicia whispered, tears streaming down her face. You're actually real. So are you, Detroit Alicia said, crying too. My soul sister is real. They didn't care that people in the lobby were staring. They didn't care that someone was taking pictures on their phone. All that mattered was this moment. 2 women who looked identical, who shared a name, who had found each other against impossible odds. That weekend in Atlanta was magic. They ate at a soul food restaurant and ordered the exact same thing without planning it. Fried chicken, collard greens, and sweet potato pie. They went to a gospel concert and sang together in perfect harmony, their voices blending like they'd been practicing together their whole lives. They stayed up until 3 a.m. in their hotel room, talking about everything. Their dreams, their fears, their childhoods, their futures. I want to go to law school, Detroit Alicia said, but I'm scared I'm not smart enough. Are you kidding? You're brilliant. If I can see it, you need to see it too. What about you? What's your big dream? Mississippi Alicia got quiet. I want to write a book. I work with books all day, but I've never written one. I'm scared nobody will want to read it. I'd read it, and I bet thousands of other people would too. You have to try. They made promises to each other that night. Detroit Alicia would apply to law school. Mississippi Alicia would start writing her book. They would visit each other every few months. They would always answer each other's calls. They would be each other's biggest cheerleaders. On Sunday, before they had to say goodbye, they took a photo together in front of the Atlanta skyline, both wearing their blue dresses, both smiling with the same dimples, both wearing their black-rimmed glasses. We should post this, Detroit Alicia said. Let everyone see what soul sisters look like. They posted the photo with a simple caption, "Blood doesn't make you family. Love does." Blue heart hashtag soul sisters hashtag chosen family hashtag like hashtag share hashtag subscribe. The photo went viral immediately. It was shared on news sites, parenting blogs, adoption forums, and friendship pages. People couldn't get enough of their story. A publisher reached out to Mississippi Alicia about writing a book about their experience. A TED Talk organizer invited them both to speak about chosen family. But more importantly, letters started arriving from around the world. People who felt alone. People who didn't fit in with their biological families. People who found their own soul sisters or soul brothers. Your story gave me hope, one letter said. I always felt like I didn't belong in my family. Now I know I can choose my own. My best friend and I aren't related, but she's more my sister than anyone else. Thank you for showing that's valid, wrote another. The two Alicias read every single letter together on video calls, crying happy tears. We did something good, Mississippi Alicia said, just by being ourselves. We showed people that miracles don't have to make sense. They just have to be real. Months passed. Mississippi Alicia started writing her book, a novel about two friends who find each other across impossible distance. Detroit Alicia got accepted into law school with a full scholarship. They visited each other every season. Mississippi Alicia learned to love jazz clubs in Detroit. Detroit Alicia learned to love Sunday choir in Mississippi. Their mamas even became friends, both named Lorraine, laughing about how the universe had played such a strange joke. 1 year after they first found each other online, they did another video together for their followers, which had grown to over 2 million people. So was it worth it? Someone asked in the comments. Even though you're not actually related? Both Alicias looked at each other through their screens and smiled. We are related, Mississippi Alicia said, just not by blood. We're related by choice, Detroit Alicia added, and that's the strongest bond there is. So if you found your person, your soul sister, your chosen family, your miracle friend, don't let them go, Mississippi Alicia continued. Hold on tight, Detroit Alicia finished. Because love is what makes a family, not DNA. They ended the video the same way they ended all their calls now, by putting their hands on the screen at the same time, palm to palm, even though they were hundreds of miles apart. Love you, soul sister, they said together. And in living rooms and bedrooms and coffee shops all around the world, people watched and cried and smiled and believed that maybe, just maybe, the universe still had magic left in it. Two identical women with the same name had taken a DNA test. The test said they were strangers, but their hearts knew the truth. They were sisters in every way that mattered, and that was the greatest miracle of all. If this story touched your heart, please share with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more inspiring true stories. Comment below. Do you have a soul sister or soul brother? Tell us your story.